I mentioned that you might need a magnet just in case you drop something, a bolt, washer, something important in the car, right? Well, in this case, I was removing the tensioner so I can kind of forget about this area and then drop the van, right? So I don't have to come and do this again. So kind of did this, and as you notice, I'm missing one bolt. So when that came out from here, it dropped and it hit and it went in this hole into this lower control arm. And good thing I have my magnet. I put it in there, fished it out, man. Got it. See? So you need it for. Anyways, lost it again. Okay. So I'm gonna put the wheels back on, drop the van, so I can climb on top of the engine and start taking it apart. All right. Let's get the tire on and drop it. Now I remember what I needed: the 21mm socket for the lug nuts. And this is what I mean when you do it. Try to do one across from the other. Don't go too crazy on it. You gotta be careful with the Toyotas, man. Okay, let's jack it up and drop it. Okay, the van is down. Nobody got hurt. Everything is cool. I think my camera is kind of dirty. Hold on. Sorry. Got a messy screen. Okay, here we go. I loosen up the belt. Move the light out of the way. So, yeah, the timing belt is loose, all right? And it might go everywhere. I'm gonna show you a way to remove the crank sprocket bolt for 17mm. Normally I use a socket or something, and like in this case, I'm planning on using this bracket against one of the teeth on the sprocket, and I do it counterclockwise, right? Obviously, right? And take it out. Right now, I undid the hose. So, because there's another way you can do this. Let me show you. When you remove this, you can, if it gets too hard to be taken out, don't try not to pry it because you might hurt it, might scratch it, might leak from there later on. So what I do, you get a piece of wood, 2x4, somewhere, solid areas, hit it with a hammer with a piece of wood in between it, okay, so you don't break it, or use a rubber mallet. Here we go. Normally it has this little things where you can put a wrench so you can loosen up anything on it. But one time on a Kia, I was holding it, it felt like the cam was about to snap, to shatter, so I had to figure out another way, and that's how I've done it ever since. Put a socket or something up against the sprocket and loosen it or tighten it, vice versa, you know. Okay, here we go. We're gonna remove this 10mm nut, one here. Remove this so we can get to the plenum, which is a hex bit and a 12. Okay, so we're trying to take everything out of the way as much as we can. Here we go. This is in the way. Pull it out. Totally remove it. Okay, it goes connected to this. throttle body. Put it aside for now. So here for now. And the other one right here. There we go. Okay, remove this. We're gonna do those fuel injectors. We can remove this harness out of the way. That. And hook this. Move it out of the way. There you go. Now you got room. We got room. Start from number 12. That was pretty tight, so we're just gonna go like that. Wait our always from the center, from the out in, inward. All right. Now let me see. There we go. Take all this out. If you're not sure where they go, just make sure you have the right length where they belong. This is your first time. Okay. Then remove it. Should come out. Oh, we're gonna do a couple of hoses, 3 hoses actually. And here we go. Grab this tool, get it like that, move it out of the way. You can get this other one right there, you can see that. Get closer. Okay. Closer. And then we're gonna try to get this one right here. It's for the booster. Do the coolant hoses. If you encounter this situation where it won't budge, okay, you need picks. Let's put this back on here so it doesn't get in the way, so it'll make a bigger mess. Trying not to make a mess in other people's car. There you go. We grab something like this. I don't know if you have this kind of pig. I got this one, I believe, at Walmart for like $3 or $5, like 7 years ago. Here, I still have them. Emergency. I was doing mobile service for a while, and sometimes you have to run to the closest store, whatever they got, so you can overcome the situation, right? So just be careful not to poke a hole on it. Just kind of follow the contour of the pipe and it'll loosen up, so you can break them loose. And then pull it. There you go. See? Now it's out. All we got to do now, it's the 2 brackets, remember, at the bottom. Now we got to loosen up the bolts or take them out completely because they get in the way. And we're going to do them there. Let me see. There should be somewhere behind. Let me see. I get the camera in there. Right there. There it is. Number 12. Okay. Or you can use a mirror. Put a light and use a mirror. Like this. Here's my mirror. Put a light, and then I use my mirror to see things I can see with my eye. See, there you go. I see it right there. Huh? Then you touch it, and then you kind of figure out the size from there. Okay, that's the number 12. Here we go, number 12. Number 12. Okay, here we go. In case you wonder or might say, well, I don't have that kind of tool that he's got. Well, this is a regular wrench, okay? Put it in there. And, okay, behind the throttle body where that bracket is. There we go. I try not to use crescent wrenches because, I don't know. I don't trust them that much. I feel like things get round up with it. I'm going to try to figure out the size, and then, but in this case, I will have to remove this completely so it doesn't get tangled up in there. And I don't want to struggle too much when I try to take it out. Some people try to save time and do some shortcuts. And remember, this is, oh, I dropped it, it fell. This is your personal vehicle, right? You don't want to do shortcuts on your personal vehicle. Okay, and unless you're doing somebody else's car, but I suggest you do a good job so you keep your reputation. Okay, there's another bracket all the way on the back. You can see it there. I'll go on the other side and get it. Okay, so that we can take it out. Actually, it's loose already. Struggling because I have another hand on the camera. One hand here, one hand there, and it's not fun. Okay, here we go. I need to grab and take out this bracket. Reach it. There it is. There's the bracket. See that crazy bracket. It's fighting back. It's actually 3 brackets. I don't know if you can see it. It will be right there. Okay. I'm doing this so that you don't have to fight with it or something that you don't know, might not know what it is. Okay, put a pause and then get it. Okay, here's the other bracket. I kind of lift it like this and held it like this, one hand under the throttle body, kind of holding where the bracket is, and then I put my ratchet on this end. I couldn't do it right now because I only got 2 hands. Let's see if I can put the phone somewhere. You guys can see what's going on behind there. See, I'm touching the bolt right now, which is kind of loose. Let me see if I can. Man, can you reach it? It's not even moving. There we go. Okay. Now, it's gonna be easier for us. Move it around. Here we go. See, here it is. Here's that bracket that I was telling you about. There's the other one that I took out first and it fell down. This is the big one that I was struggling with. I just kind of loosened it and moved it around and boom, pulled it out. So it's out. And I took the cat. I didn't want it to get hurt underneath the car because I said I was going to leave it aside, but I figured I'd pull it out. But anyway, here we go. You can put your stuff in order so you know where they go. And you put it back on. But these are big stuff. See, I'm sure you're not going to forget about it. Now, I'm going to remove the rest of the harness. Things are brittle. You can easily break them. You know what? When that happens, you can always get a little help. Don't squeeze it too much. Oop. See what happens? There you go. I took a chunk off of it. Like this little corner, but it still works. It's just a little corner, this little corner, this side. Anyways, I'm gonna take the ground right here so we can move on to the rest of the stuff. Like remove this, which is a 7, no, it's a 14, and then a 14 with the star bit on it. I can't even see inside there. Okay, there you go. And it has another sensor. See that sensor? Temperature sensor. This thing has all kinds of sensors. Remember, it's your car and treat it with love. Don't cuss it out. Some people do. Here we go. Man, this thing's kind of tough to come out. Come on. Okay, you can put it back on there. There you go. I'm gonna do the fuel rail too. Fuel rail has a bracket right there. Then it has those little bolts right here. One right here, one right here. Okay, let's start from the one on the outside first. And this one, and this one. Always make sure you get a good grip on the bolt. You don't want to round it off. We need a number 14. There we go, 14. Should have used the air ratchet, right? But whatever. Let's use the air ratchet. It's faster. It's all right. It's not like I'm hurting the fuel rate. On this one you gotta be careful because some of this have a plastic bushing, and sometimes they fall in areas where you can never get out or get them out. So I don't know, it could be something like this. Check it out. See? So remember how they go? That's pretty simple. Either way, I guess, huh? So just keep your eyes open. You don't want to lose them. Okay. Okay. So now if your rail's out of the way, you know, you gotta remove this piping too. And undo the sensors. Like I said, too many sensors. Hold on. What are we doing here? Remove this. Leave this here for now. Right. Sensors on parade. Okay, come back to it in a second. Figure out the piping first, which is another sensor in the way. See how simple it is? Kind of simple. Take this. I don't have any fluid coming out because I already drained the coolant, like I said before. Okay. See, it has some coolant in it. Leave it here for a little bit. Let's remove this out of the way. Put this back in here, just kind of keep it in the air so we don't spill too much coolant. We gotta remove this bracket right here. That's a bolt on a nut on the back and below this, and that's pretty much it. Remove all the connectors from the sensors and remove this sensor. You gotta figure out how to pinch it out without breaking it. I'm gonna break that connector. If you have the wheel, Tybo's the way. Told you, Tybo's the way. Bet you guys remember that old video. You're my age. You seen Tybo. I'm 42, by the way. There's a wheel, there is a way. Right? Keep it here for now. They don't drip too much. See, did everything from that. All we gotta do is this one. Which will be another 12. Man, It's hard to do it with one hand. Okay, since this one is connected to the thermostat housing, it's right there, number 10. I believe it's got three number 10. All we gotta do is remove those and kind of loosen it. You don't have to like take them out completely for now. We can take it out completely, whatever. But eventually we'll have to be removed because we have to remove lower intake, bunch of 12s. Okay, and the lower intake. So we have to remove that pipe with the thermostat housing. Let's do this. Excuse me if I took forever, like I said, but maybe explaining and get this done by today. So I can take the heads to the machine shop tomorrow morning or by noon. I want to start working on it on Monday. So I got a job to do. I work in construction, by the way. Framing. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, huh? Trying to reach the nut. You can see. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's hard to see. You can see, right there. I don't even know where that is. There it is, the shiny thing loose. That's the other nut. By 2 cow. There it is. See? When I remove this housing, you will see what I mean by these nuts. Like this air ratchet because I don't have to aim at the nut or bolt or whatever I'm doing. It just kind of catches it. I like that, you know. Okay, here we go. Now it's out. Ooh, I'm gonna leave the thermostat in there to keep the coolant from coming out until I get a container underneath to catch it. You gotta save your planet, man. Okay, so you know all of this. Wow, it's getting in the way. We gotta undo the other sensors on the back. Coils. More coils. Come on. This is the longest video I ever made, I think. Too many series. This thing is in the way. Let's let it come out. Okay, let's take it out. Let's quit messing with it. Let's take it out. Number 10 bolts. 10 bolts on this plastic clamps or whatever those are. Okay, here we go. Number 10. Number 10 coming at you, man. Later. Later. Yes. This has to be removed anyways, otherwise I wouldn't just undo it from these little plastics. And it has to be moved out of the way. So here we go. Now it's out of the way. Hold it. Should allow me to move that. Okay. We're almost there. Boom, boom, boom. This is review number 10. So. Ignition coil is coming now. I'll put this where the coils are. Got 3 more right here. Can you believe you gotta do all this to change your spark plugs? You gotta remove the upper intake manifold to do your tune-up. Whatever, right? I'm just a dude working for another dude. Just because it's another dude. I believe this is number 10. It's kind of loose.